We've been telling you this morning, if you have a Halloween display outside, well, you have to take it down or secure it, whatever you need to do to protect it, because we're expecting some gusty winds with this nor'easter.
Yeah, those inflatables that people have out in their yards, you want to make sure those are left deflated or brought inside.
Right.
The weather's kind of deflating our spirits a little bit today, isn't it? As we take a look at our conditions outside, just gloomy out there this morning. As we look towards Narragansett, we have some fog and some drizzle further inland. In fact, visibility right now in Smithfield sitting at around a quarter mile, and we do have some scattered showers. Most of the activity, though, for the morning commute has been outside of our area after we saw some heavy downpours overnight. There is an exception to that. Block Island back in some moderate to heavy rainfall, and if you're traveling across coastal Connecticut, wipers are on high speed already this morning. The rain for us going to be filling in as the day goes on. Winds will be ramping up as these areas of low pressure merge and become one potent nor'easter that'll lift north and then eventually take a path, takes it to the west, loops around itself, and then finally exits. So that's why we're expecting an extended stretch here of unsettled conditions, starting with today, peaking with the worst of the conditions overnight tonight. That's when we're most concerned about, really anytime from later this evening into tomorrow morning. Damaging winds, heavy rainfall, and the threat of power outages. Gradual improvements as we move through the day Wednesday. So our major impacts are the strong winds, heavy rain risk, the risk of damaging winds and outages. This scattered outages expected, higher threat along the coastline where the stronger winds are, and there's going to be some significant travel impacts, especially this evening through tomorrow morning. Here's a look at the peak wind gusts, strongest along the coastline, 60 to 65 mile per hour wind gusts possible right along our immediate shoreline. Even some isolated gusts to 70, especially Outer Cape and Nantucket. Most of us fall within this range of 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. A little stronger again the further south and east that you go, and even northwest Rhode Island, which is in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range, you still see some isolated wind damage. Right now the winds are around 10 miles per hour in Providence, 15 along the coastline. We're watching temperatures that are running warmer than normal, certainly for an October morning. 65 in New Bedford, 60 in Providence, 57 with the fog and drizzle in Smithfield. We'll hover right around those numbers all day long, upper 50s and lower mid 60s. Winds, notice the speeds increasing in the afternoon. It's blustery by 5 o'clock in the evening. We could see strong enough wind gusts to start to get some isolated damage and outages. So 9 o'clock this morning. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. So we've been in a little bit of a lull with the rainfall, at least the heavier stuff, but notice it fills back in for the afternoon and this evening. And this is around the height of the storm here, 8 o'clock in the evening during the overnight and pre-dawn hours. This storm going to be brushing near the coastline, and as it does, bringing the rain and wind to our area. We wake up to very windy conditions and lingering showers on Wednesday. They'll gradually wind down from west to east through the daytime, and the winds will start to subside with it as well. So let's take a look at those winds today. Notice how they ramp up by 6 o'clock this evening. Sustained winds around 20, gusts to nearly 35 and 45 miles per hour overnight. Potential for those gusts over 50, and even tomorrow morning's commute very windy and wet. At 9 o'clock in the morning, sustained winds around 26 miles per hour. By 9 o'clock in the evening, the wind gusts are down to between 30 and 35 miles per hour. An additional 2 to 3 inches of rain with isolated amounts to 4 inches possible. So that's on top of many of us that picked up half-inch of rain overnight already. So a soggy day ahead for us. Only some gradual improvements tomorrow, about 50 to 55. It's a chilly and raw day with the winds. On Thursday, breezy, cool and dry. Friday, we've got another chance for some showers that'll linger into Saturday. Later Friday, Saturday, and early Sunday for the threat of some showers. We're still expecting it to be drier for trick-or-treating on Sunday evening.